Yaut, Ab Planugwa. Hello, my name is Ab, and in this video I wanted to finish off talking about lateral symbols in Haisla. So we looked at these symbols over the past few videos. These are the more unique symbols in the orthography, and they have some very unique sounds. There's two more symbols. This first one is the letter L, and it appears exactly the same way as it does in English. And then we have here lowercase l with an apostrophe on top of it. And this is what we call a glottalized L. So I'm going to go over both of these in this video. So I'm going to switch to my Word document. And I've got some words prepared here. So I didn't really see the point in trying to come up with English words that have the letter L in them, because the way the L sounds in Haisla is exactly the same way that it sounds in English. So there's no difference between the two symbols or the two sounds that they make. So we're just going to jump right into Haisla words that have the letter L at the beginning, the middle, and the end. So this first one is Lukwas. Lukwas. And Lukwas means hemlock tree. The next word is Alkia. Alkia. And this means to stop. I should point out that this form of the word is the regular form, and it describes the action of stopping. So if you wanted to tell someone to stop, you would have to add the letter S to this. Alkias. And this would mean you stop. So alkia means stop, means to stop. This S means you. So this is what we call an imperative form, and it's where we're giving direction to somebody. But the regular form, alkia, means to stop. And the last word here is hlol. Hlol. And this is the Haisla word meaning dead. So that's pretty straightforward. The L works the same way in Haisla as it does in English, so that's fairly simple. And then the next group of words here, we have this L, a lowercase l with an apostrophe on top. So this is what we call a glottalized L. It's basically where you start to make an L sound, but you stop and hold your breath very briefly. So the reason this is called a glottalized L is because you're closing your glottis, which is the opening between your vocal cords. So when you close your glottis, you're essentially holding your breath because no air can get up through your vocal tract from your lungs. So you're closing off the air supply very briefly, and then you're letting out that L sound. So there's this first word here, which is actually the only word. And I chose this word because it has a glottalized L at the beginning of the word. It also has one in the middle. So this is a little bit different because you don't really hear any pause before that first L, the first glottalized L, because of the fact that all words essentially start with a glottal stop. Whenever you start a new word, you're essentially starting from nothing. So you don't hear that pause before this first L because it just naturally happens. Where you're going to hear this glottalized L effect is in the second glottalized L. So I'll say the word and I'll explain a little bit of what's happening there. So the word here is li'laka. Li'laka. This means to dry berries. So when I pronounce this second apostrophe L, you heard a very brief pause. So I'll say it again, and I'll kind of exaggerate that pause. Li, laka. Li, laka. And then if you say it at a more regular speed, li, laka. Li, laka. So you should be able to hear a very short pause after this li part, the li. So that's the way the glottalized L works. And so this takes care of a glottalized L at the beginning and the middle of a word. As far as I can tell, there are no words that end with this glottalized L. It's a very common theme. If you've been watching these past few videos, you'll see that there's a lot of words that do not end with this unique sound in Haistakila. So I'll switch back to my webcam here. Hopefully that was helpful to people. I will say this word here so you can get a closer look at what's happening with my mouth. And hopefully that'll give you a better idea of how to pronounce it. So the word is li laka. Li laka. Li laka. So that's it for this video. Until next time, remember, learning is its own reward. Exquiguelas. Wah.